Okay, so I'm having a problem with my stencil wiping off. I didn't have any rubbing alcohol. I always use rubbing alcohol to clean the skin real thoroughly. Because sometimes if people's skin is a little oily, or maybe somebody used hand lotion or something on their skin, and you have to really clean that area thoroughly. Because hand sanitizer works pretty good. It's almost like rubbing alcohol when you're cleaning the area. But for some reason, it could be her skin, because I've had people where no matter what I use to put the stencil on, it just doesn't stay. So that's what we got going on here today. So I'm going to approach it a little different than I normally do, and it's happened quite a bit. It's not a new thing. So I'm gonna, as my stencil starts to wipe away, I kind of go in there and I rough in areas with a light wash, lighter than it's going to be in the end usually, just to map out some of those stenciled areas before it wipes away. And then I go back into it later and work on it. Sometimes I'll do a little bit of gray lining in some of the dark areas, like the lips are real black, so I actually gray line the lip here. The bottom of the chin, they're gray lines, but they're like a medium wash probably, because I got like almost black going up against that line, so that'll disappear when it's done. The goal is to not see any lines when the tattoo's done. So I'll be, throughout the tattoo, I'm going to be gray lining as I go, as the stencil's wiping away and stuff. It's not the ink, as you'll see in a minute. It's just, it's probably that hand sanitizer with aloe, I'm guessing, or it's her skin, or a combination of both. So I'm going to see there's a little spot in the coat here that's almost gone. I'm going to rough that in, and then I'm going to come in and I'm going to do this shirt. There's a lot of black in here, so really quickly I'm going to rough this part in, and then I'm going to continue working around the bottom there. You can see I kind of roughed in some areas in the face. It was real light. A lot of my stencil is little dotted lines mapping out some of the softer values. So I kind of mapped in enough here so I know what's going on before the stencil disappeared. It's already gone down there. So now I got a couple little folds in his coat down here. It's real dark area, but I'm roughing in where the fold is with a real light wash, because it's almost wiped off already. So just doing that. That's it right there. Now I'm going to come in. The light source is hitting from the left side. So this side of the shirt is darker. Like on the left side, the edge of the coat's darker and the shirt's lighter. On the other side, it's more in a shadow, so the shirt's actually darker, and then the edge of the coat's lighter. So I'm going to come in with Dimension Black now, and do the inside of the shirt there, in the darkest area of the shirt. I also want to show you, this is the darkest black that would smear the most, and I just want to show you that it's not the ink that's wiping the stencil off, because the ink's wiping right off. See, the ink wipes right off, there's no smearing. So that's not what's causing the stencil to come off. And this, it probably happens to me twice a month, if not more. So I'm just packing Dimension Black in here. This is like a shadow on the dark side of his face. It's really dramatic lighting in this picture, which is awesome. I love high contrast. That's one thing about these old black and white horror movies from the 20s, 30s, and 40s. This stuff was shot with a super dramatic light source purposely. They were shot in black and white, and this kind of stuff just jumps out at you from across the room. Like this tattoo, from across the room you'll see it and you'll probably see what it is, as opposed to like maybe somebody's baby portrait that you got the picture from that somebody took with their digital camera, or their smartphone or whatever, and it's just the light source is hitting straight on. Those are the least fun tattoos to do because there's just no contrast, So these old black and white horror things are some of my favorite tattoos to do. You can see that black just wipes right away, wipes right off, no problem. It's like Pelican in the way that it's real clean. It's not messy. It wipes right off. Problem I had is just I had to wipe more, which wiped the stencil off quicker. So not a big deal. I just have to approach it a little different than I normally would. And I haven't seen any other ink this clean. Besides the Pelican I used to use. Now I'm blending a little dimension black, about half and half with my sculpting black. I'm kind of dipping equally in both cups because I'm blending the dimension black into it's going to go from dimension black into sculpting black into the dark gray, into the medium gray by the time I get to the other side. So it's a gradual dark to light area of this shirt. Okay, I got the left side of the shirt and this coat done over there. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up this side of his coat, that's the dark side of the portrait, so it's pretty much dimension black, my darkest black. So I'm going to start up here and just come down. I'm going to finish this whole area, and then we'll get up into the face, up into the head. So this is pure dimension black I'm going to do right now. Like Packing Tribal. Gotta work around this little neck bolt. Okay, I got the coat done. Pretty much got the whole bottom part done as clothing. I'm gonna start coming up into the face now. I'm gonna do a little bit of gray lining and then start roughing in some of the values in the face, and then just sort of work my way up the face. So right now, just a little bit of gray lining. Normally when I want to gray line super light lines, just for reference there, I'll do a quick dip in my light tone and then I'll run it in my water cup. So it's almost all water, just a touch of gray to leave a little bit of line there and then when I shade that area and finish off the area I'm gray lining, I'll shade right up into those lines so they'll pretty much disappear, by the end of the tattoo. Right now I'm going to gray line around the eyes. This one side of the eye, it's so dark. I'm just dipping into my medium tone just to leave a little bit of a darker line because it's really black shading up to that line. So this is just for my reference as I'm doing the tattoo. Okay, I'm going to start working on this darker side of the face. Lots of blacks in here, lots of dark grays. I'm going to start roughing in some of my values I have in the stencil a little lighter than they're going to be when it's finished. Just rough it in real quick and then and start working that area.